hamstrings are sore.
Poorly? You can move the camera too. It's just wobbly as F.
Have you seen that square keg thing?
I have.
I want one.
What's a square keg?
They're little. Well, that thing works the same way.
Yeah,
I have,
but
one,
that's not eight. That's not 8 beers.
No,
It's 8 beers.
I have one of those that's 2 growlers. I got it for Christmas last
It's
year,
the same
and you
thing.
hook up a CO2.
you put a CO2 in the
But
lid.
it's 2 growlers.
It's 2 growlers worth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that is 8 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this
one
square
growler,
keg
though, right?
is. It's this
That's
square like thing that has that like threads onto the top with a CO2 cartridge. It's cool.
Yeah, but you know what's tough is you can't I had to rearrange the right side of the fridge and take all the shelves out to put the thing in there to keep it cold.
Yeah.
Or you have to have
you
this.
just get one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, get one of these, so. The problem with this is I would have too much beer.
You know what?
Every night.
Oh,
No.
it is now.
There we go. Just want to make sure.
I don't drink a lot of beer. I have one a day. I come down here and I have one a day. And there's very rarely that I've actually sneaked down and get another. Yeah, the Christmas lights around the bar.
Oh, this is so
Just
exciting.
the light.
Doing it again.
Yeah.
It's the fixture. I don't want that in my face the whole show. Problem solved. Oh, we're live, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just in my own little la-la land. I've been down here a lot today, so I'm kind of in my own little zone. Before we begin, sponsor mentions. The Packfiller online store is open. I've been shipping out orders. I've been like busy little elf shipping out orders of shirts and hats and coffee mugs and lions and tigers and bears. Get to packfiller.com today and check out the fun swag we have to show your Packfiller pride. As I said, mug, shirts, caps, kits, all kinds of fun and a good dose of tongue-in-cheek. Packfiller.com. There's even a rim break bar t-shirt that I had to crank out a couple of those and send them out. Wahoo is a sponsor. Trainers, computers, training platforms, and so much more. I'm a huge believer in the Element Bolt, as I recommended on last week's show, as well as the Kicker, which will get me through the winter. But I wish I understood their extreme hatred of like certain vowels, like K-I-K-R, K-I-C-K-R. Anyway, I also have their headwind fan on my Christmas list. I really would like that. Use the link at packfiller.com to show them we sent you. Finally, Untapped Energy. Pure Vermont maple syrup is the core ingredient, and genuine clean fuel is the result. Multiple flavors and multiple strengths. Use the link, and you won't regret it. There we go. Why did I turn into a leprechaun right there? Always after me like it. It's the stout.
It's the stout. I had quite a bit of Guinness on Saturday.
Really? What for?
It was a Christmas party for my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Time till the end.
That was, we were supposed to do the gathering here, but your wife's Christmas party trumped it.
Would have rather been here.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a fun all in all.
Good.
Where'd you get that stupid sweater?
He's been on the show longer than
Oh.
Yeah, both
Me
of those
too,
stupid
yeah.
sweaters.
And he has a stupid sweater.
Jackson has one of these. This was
do.
before Sam's stupid sweater.
Paul
That
has
is a
one
cool
too.
one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Go, yeah.
Jackson Paul on it. Yeah.
That is cool.
But they're all sweatshirts. They're not sweaters.
Yeah.
This is
Still works.
This is a sweater.
That,
What makes
A
it a sweater?
polyester sweater.
I think a small flame and that will just melt to your flesh.
Yeah.
It's just, it looks more plastic than anything. All right, T-minus 6 days until the Fat Man arrives, or if I want to insert a self-deprecating joke here, I could always just say that the Fat Man has always been here. It's Tuesday, the bar is open. Welcome to the Rim Break Bar in Spokane, Washington, the home of the Packfiller Cycling Podcast. I'm your host, Pat Bulger, and it's time to talk bikes. With me again are some of the voices of the Packfiller, but as usual, we are one down. Hopefully we get a full house before 2024. So let's see who's here, shall we? Although I think we've all talked already. Tonight's prologue question to get to know the show. What is a Christmas tradition that you hold to? That you've held and hold strong to this day? Well, Paul isn't here, but it isn't because of a basketball game. He's actually sick, so get better, damn it. Next off, if he was Santa, his gift would be leaving registration money to all the race directors of the world and never asking anything in return. Mr. Sam Waples, how are you, man?
That's gold. That's good.
Sometimes
wow.
these things just come to me.
That's really funny and true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would say one that I always stick to through and through is watching A Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie.
Do you watch it from beginning to end, or you just like me?
Yeah.
You turn on the channel and you always are watching it at some point.
I guess,
halfway
I
through.
mean, probably more of that. Now that, like, I actually have to make an effort, because it used to just be on loop on, like, USA or
It's
whatever
not
channel.
anymore?
Well, I'm sure it is. I just don't
Oh,
have that.
you don't have
like,
cable
now
anymore?
I have YouTube TV.
Oh, okay.
So I've just always just click watch.
Yeah, I've
the
switched.
past
I switched
4
to
years.
YouTube TV, but my wife won't pull the trigger, so we're paying for both.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Wait, both
really
what?
stupid. Well, Xfinity
Oh.
and
No.
YouTube TV.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm just like, honey,
Why?
the
Also,
format.
you need to pair up with him because you get 5 accounts.
I already
yeah.
got it for him.
Yep.
That's why I won't drop it.
So
He has it. My mom has it. I'm paying for it, but I'm also paying for Xfinity. Yeah.
That's your Christmas gift.
Yeah. It's insane bill. Next off, if he was Santa, his gift would be dependent upon what beer you left out for him, Mr. David Waples.
That's fair.
How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
Are you okay that I call you Mr. in the openings? Or are you one of those guys who's like, I earned the degree, call me doctor, God damn it.
No, I would prefer Mr.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Because I don't really want to
Yeah.
see your ego go any
Yeah.
higher.
No, I think I.
Yeah, I
I
know. What an egotistical asshole.
Yeah. Well, it must be in the
must
water.
be in our genes or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's tradition you hold?
Well, you know, see, the problem is that this one has nothing to do with my involvement, but I always want somebody to make a tea ring.
That was my other.
What is it?
Yeah.
A
tea ring?
Swedish tea ring.
It's just like, it's almost like I feel like I call it a poor
Cinnamon
man's
roll.
cinnamon roll because it's
Oh.
so much easier than a cinnamon roll. But
Sounds
it's like,
sexual, but okay.
No, it's not quite. You know,
Okay.
it's just like rolled up dough with sugar in
It's-
it and cinnamon.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's basically you do a cinnamon roll because you roll them all
Sure,
out
sure.
and then you usually cut it and then flip them. Well, instead of doing that, you just leave that long roll and wrap it together and then you do a few
that
slices.
and like the whole rising of the dough is not as involved as cinnamon
No.
rolls. You don't get it like the fluffiness
No.
of a
So
cinnamon
it's
roll.
not in the shape of a T. It's just like TEA.
Yeah, like tea
Yeah.
ring. Like you
Okay.
have it with your tea.
Okay.
But my mom always makes it, and grandma makes it. Danielle might make it this year. We'll see.
Somebody better.
But somebody better make it because I
Yeah.
need to eat it. Yeah. So
Next, if he was Santa, we would all probably dress a little better the day after, Mr. Jackson Bolzer.
Well, thank you.
We've got our ugly sweaters on, and Jesus, I forgot how ugly these things were that I got you guys. The Nightwing.
Yeah, I know the one that when you stretch it, it kind of turns a little white.
It does.
oh wow.
Anyways,
So do I.
well, don't we all? So, but Christmas tradition. I usually watch both runs for Christmas and Halloween, but it's always Peanuts Christmas
Oh, yeah.
is the first one that I watch. Every
Oh,
year.
yeah.
That's the one
Yeah.
that just like gets me in the Christmas mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, if I were Santa, all the presents would likely have the show logo on them. I'm Pat Bulger, and my tradition is one present on Christmas Eve. I hate actually, and it's my tradition. It's not my wife's. So Jackson's always basically been able to open more than one present on Christmas Eve, haven't you?
Yeah, but
Man, it pisses me off.
not lately.
And my other one is a tenderloin roast for dinner on Christmas Eve. Sorry, meat.
I can
guys.
respect it.
Yeah,
This year,
it still sounds good.
This year I'm going full Gordon Ramsay, and I'm making a beef Wellington.
Don't know what that
Which
is,
is-
but
It's
Do
a
you
tenderloin roast
Watch Instagram.
with prosciutto and a mushroom paste, and then puff pastry wrapped around it, and you bake it that way.
I actually would be down to make that sometime, just because it's like it's one of those things I always see, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that looks so amazing.
And I'm such a
if
dumb.
I had enough beer in me, I'd eat the
I'm
whole
such
thing.
a dumb
Yeah.
asshole that I'm going to try it for the first time on Christmas Eve.
That's a
nice.
good time to test
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problems here.
Nothing bad
Yeah.
could happen.
Like $150 of tenderloin roast.
Your family might leave
all
you
that kind of
and
stuff.
Go out to
No, yeah, they might, but worst case scenario. The woman at the grocery store asked me what I was doing, and I told her what I was going to make for Christmas dinner, and I told her I was nervous about it. And she goes, "Oh, worst case scenario, they can just pick off the pastry puff and eat that." I'm like, "Great point. Great point. Yeah. She's on my side.
Yeah.
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 So everybody has your cycling life. I'll just throw that out there. You don't have to, because Sam's gonna probably be like, I worked out 9 days in a 7-day week.
I feel like I'm in a lull. I think maybe motivation and everything. I am still doing my 3 workouts a week, but this is like, once again, back to like what we were talking about a few podcasts ago. Like, I'm still doing everything I need to do because I've set that bar at 3 workouts a week. Anything on top of that's excellent. But like, yeah, I've been shortening workouts. I got such bad sleep quality last week that one of the workouts I even had to drop it down to 80%.
I've done that.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm cooked. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Does yours do the little how happy are you to train?
Yeah.
The smiley
face?
Yeah.
I haven't hit max smiles yet.
I've been slowly
going
down
frowning.
on not really. It asks like how excited you are before you're training, like how motivated are you to train today, and it has like a range from a frowny face to a smiley face.
And then like how.
So obviously, and nowhere in the algorithm have you set to the word triathlete because they're always happy to train.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
It's like, let's train.
Yeah.
Big old toothy grin.
Yeah. No, this is like, and then at the end, they always ask you, like, how do you think that this went?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, was this hard, easy? Yeah. I don't know if it uses that.
That it uses it. And then, like, there
Really?
is, but the best way is that if you have heart rate on, then they will actually tell you your stress score of how long it'll take you to recover.
This
But you
is
have to have
trainer
heart
road.
rate.
So
yeah.
my depression is affecting
It
my
will.
training plan
It will.
because I'm just
Yeah.
sad. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with training. I thought they just want to know how I felt.
No, they're talking about like, you're like they, if you listen to their podcast, which you shouldn't, you should just listen to us. But they talk about like, you like all of these things are factors into getting sick and,
Really?
hitting burnout, all that. It's cool. It's a really cool algorithm, but
Yeah.
I'm somewhere on that like same scale as you. I don't know, right now I'm just like, I'm tired.
Yeah. Have I told the story in here about when Jackson had the Nintendo Wii? And
No.
we had the fit board. You could actually stand on it and do exercises and stuff like that, or run around and stuff like that. And we all had our own avatars, right? And my guy was, you put in your age, your height, your weight. You didn't do all that yet, but we put it all in. And I had a guy who's super happy and stuff like that. And then it asked me for the Wii Fit program to get on it and put my weight in and stuff like that. And so I put all that stuff in, and my avatar, like that, turned from a total happy fit guy to he genuinely doubled in size, looked like Homer Simpson, and he bent over like he was exhausted.
No.
I'm not joking. Jackson was there. I was like, what the fuck? My guy just suddenly
Imploded.
Got that sad.
This is like this is at least 10 years ago.
A long time ago.
And it's just like, so Nintendo's like, oh, we see who you are. Chunky McChunkerton.
But
and it just went, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Oh.
That photo of you on your Instagram, shut up, Pat Bulger or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that a ChatGPT thing?
No, it is AI though.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Why, you saying he's too thin?
Yeah.
Asshole.
No, I'm just kidding. That's not actually what I was going to say, but I was like, did you just enter in an algorithm there that you got what you wanted?
It
Looks great.
send me back to the olden days and make me handsome.
It was great. I was like, oh my God, I want to try to do this. Maybe I'll be happy again. I'll have a positive body image.
Oh, Jesus, right?
Fat chance.
Fat chance. I see what you did there. Combination of words. How's everybody else doing? Jackson, you went to the gym today.
Yeah, so I've been keeping up with my 4 days a week thing pretty well. I feel good. I like doing the weight stuff too. It's out of the norm and it gets me away from the bike sometimes, and that I think that's what leads to my burnout a little bit, is just too much bike. So doing great.
Yeah. I've been doing. I keep setting this thing to do 3 days a week, and it keeps giving me 5 days, and then I feel too guilty to not do a
To
ride.
blow them off. Yeah.
I'm like, well, it says I need to ride. And
How long does this training plan go for
I
you?
don't know, but it's like so I'm doing like 5 to 6 hours of trainer stuff. But I struggle in the winter with like back and shoulder pain when I do too much trainer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just decided to add, like, I bought some of those dumbbells because I can't go to the gym. That's like impressive that you can like motivate yourself to go to the gym, but I don't want to. I want to get off the bike and immediately do something else.
Yeah.
Like with workout. And so I'm going to try some of those like adjustable dumbbells, which made me think of you and like your elliptical and like all those things
Yeah.
you have. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
I got kettlebells. I've got dumbbells. I've got all that
This
kind of
is my
stuff
first
upstairs.
piece of workout equipment besides a bike.
Well,
Yeah, I love
So-
a good kettlebell.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like just a different day as a workout where you're just going to the gym. I enjoy that. Like
Yeah.
the Mondays, like I'm going to the gym today. I didn't even ride yesterday morning, which historically I was riding in Monday mornings, but
I've got to the point with this, just the stuff accumulated over years, that it's like I would like to go to a gym, because when you go to a gym, you're much more motivated.
Yeah.
But I'm at the point now where it's like, that would be a stupid expense. I've got almost everything I
totally.
need.
I think I'm using I paid a decent amount of money
Yeah.
for these, and so I better use them is
Yeah.
what I'm banking on,
Yeah.
and I don't know that that's going to work.
Those adjustable ones are pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Is anybody brave enough to go outside?
no, I thought about
Hell
it.
no. I walked to my car, and then I walked from the parking
I
garage
actually
to
thought
work.
about mountain biking. I was like, mountain biking wouldn't be bad right now. But then I was like, well, is there snow on Beacon?
Yes.
It's been no. I mean, there is some, but
Yeah.
not a lot. It's for those who don't know or don't live here. It's been unseasonably warm here. In fact, tomorrow I think our high is 42,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is quite nice. It's overcast and it was spitting rain all day, but and I see some people on Strava actually going outside. But you guys, I think it was David who said, once the bike's on the trainer, that's it.
The road bike, yeah.
Yeah.
I would go mountain bike if
Yeah.
it was warm enough and I had the time during the middle of the day when the sun's out.
Yeah,
There's no way you guys could pay me enough money to go out on my road bike right now.
No.
really,
Gravel, maybe. Mountain bike, likely.
really. We used to have a New Year's Day tradition where we would go out,
Yeah.
whether it didn't matter. You'd go out on your mountain bike and just pedal around 5-6 blocks if it was coated in snow, or if the roads were clear, you would go out and we would do a road ride. And
There was something like that in Bellingham, but it was 100 miles.
that's insane. That's
every
stupid. I think we do 20 miles.
January
Yeah.
1st, it was 100 miles, and it was a big group.
Absolutely
It was
not.
like 20 to 50 people.
Wow.
Should we do that this year?
No.
No, I think it really depends
Wow.
on
Universal.
Absolutely
Universal.
not.
Universal decision now.
Yeah.
because that means you have to take care of yourself the night before, and
Yeah.
who
Oh,
wants to
yeah.
do that?
You can go out with a hangover. You can pedal around with a hangover.
You can.
No, I can't, but I
Exactly.
could. I could.
Well, nobody.
I mean, you guys smell me most Saturdays.
That's true.
Yeah, but I.
Has a whole visual to it. doesn't it?
Yeah, right? Just bourbon.
Hey guys, come here and smell me.
Burning off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is anybody fat biked?
Oh, no.
Another
Does
opportunity
anybody-
for
Wait, is that
self-deprecation.
like a joke at how I'm fat and I'm biking?
No, I was going to say another opportunity
Oh,
for
okay.
self-deprecation there.
Yeah.
But no, have any of you guys ridden a fat bike?
Does
No,
anybody
I
own
won't
one?
do it. I've done it, but I won't do it again.
Jackson and we rented one.
We did. It's just
It was
such a specific thing. Like you have to have the perfect snow, the perfect day, the perfect temperature, the perfect weather. It's like this is at least for me, a tool that is way too specific to spend a lot of money on.
You know what's better than that?
Yeah. What?
Cross country skiing.
Well, I was going to ask you about that.
Just the season now. It's open.
But is there enough snow up there?
Yeah, people are skiing.
Am I the only downhill skier in the
Yeah.
group?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
David
you
snowboards.
didn't?
Yeah, I got a week-long Canada trip coming up in January.
Do you consider downhill skiing
yeah, we're doing that,
a proper
Yeah, he's-
workout?
No.
Why?
I feel like I always go into ski season with my friends who are skiers, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta get my legs under me," and I'm just bored out of my mind. I'm like,
What?
I don't know. I've been riding my trainer. I'm not tired.
Yeah.
My legs don't hurt. Like it
You don't
is
ski like I do then.
maybe who knows? But
Two
like I
and
get
then
tired.
to the lodge for
No,
beer.
no. I raced for about 12 years.
Oh.
And I have to, when I stop halfway down the run, my heart is going boom, 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 and I'm breathing hard.
I will ski top to bottom because it's like hard and it hurts, and I get to the bottom and I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
But then you sit on a lift and it's like it was 3 to 5 minutes.
It's an interval.
Yeah, I guess it's interval training in a way. I guess it is interval training in a way. But
I'm
but
trying
like,
to justify
but
going
I
up to the
don't-
mountain and
I
feeling
use it-
better about myself.
I use it as a substitute for a cycling workout that day. I'm like, I went to the
That's
mountain.
weight training to me. That's plyometrics. That's not like.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's a workout.
It's just strength training.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different type of workout, but I 100% think that it is a workout. I mean, I don't ever I'm tired. Like, you come on. The last time that we went downhill skiing, you were passed out in the passenger seat.
I was in high school, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was it was with your wife and my wife.
To be fair, he also did fall asleep on a concrete floor at my bachelor party. So this guy's falling asleep.
He will fall asleep anywhere. But I'm just saying, they're like, he's tired.
Yeah.
Maybe not throughout the day, but like at the end of the day, you're like, ugh.
I just don't think of it as something that's going to make you like aerobically faster.
No.
Oh, it's strength. Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson, are you done with it? I think you're because we used to ski a lot.
We did. A little boy. Yeah, no, we did. I got to an age where I started to think about the fact that like you drive up there for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, depending on where you go.
Yeah.
You're up there and then you start and you're like, wow, it's bone chilling cold out here. I hate this. And then you get through and you're like, I've been the same temperature the whole time.
Yeah.
And so then I don't love the cold that much, so that kind of hinders my want to continue to do it a little bit.
Sam's just blankly nodding.
I hate downhill skiing so much.
I just don't know if I like
I just got rid of all my stuff because I was like, I don't want to do this again.
I love it.
What about the hot tub, the beer afterwards, the way the
cross-country
heat comes
skiing
back to your
and
skin?
then doing that.
It's great, but when you're 16, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't do any of that stuff.
You can't drink the beer.
I liked it. I still do. It was my sport before cycling. It was my sport before cycling.
Yeah. If I could just go downhill all day, I'd 100% love it.
Okay.
I hate going up a lift. This is the worst. Like, you get cold, and then you're at the top, and you're just shivering, and it's like...
I've always loved it because so many of the places around here don't have cell service, and so I just sit there, and it's almost meditative on the lift. You just sit there, especially alone, and when you don't even have to talk to the person next to you.
No.
It's like kind of
weird. That's like socially acceptable.
Yeah, it's acceptable to sit like shoulder to shoulder with somebody and just stare ahead, and I like find comfort in that I don't have to like talk to them, and if they want to talk, that's fine. But like you could just
how's it going today? Good.
Yeah.
And then they take it and they're like, okay, yeah, this guy doesn't want to talk, and that's fine. And then nobody's upset. Like it's great. You can just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
I've been skiing since I was 4. Mm-hmm. And I do remember the years where Walkmans came out. Yes, I'm that old. Where people started using music while they were skiing, and I still to this day can't do it. There's no way I could do it. It's
really. If it's just you couldn't do it.
No,
I can't do it.
I need to hear everything going on around me. Yeah, that's like why I can't. I used to ride quite a bit with headphones back in the day when I was, I had a coach who'd send me out for 4-6 hour rides.
Yeah.
And I would do that, but nowadays I can't anymore. I have to use the bone conduction headphones because I need to hear what's going on around me. No, probably because of the tinnitus. But so I can't. I need to hear what's going on around me.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, I didn't realize my tinnitus was bad until David started coming to the show because you and I were on the same headphone jack for a while. And you were like, why is it so loud? It hurts. And I'm like, it's not that oh, it's my deteriorating ears.
It was really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that loud to me.
So what are I want to know, as this is a topic that you guys are going to jump into, what are your ride plans? You guys have the week off, 2 weeks.
Well, I have ridden, let me think, Saturday and yesterday. Sunday, my wife and I went for a walk with the dogs. But yesterday, I got on. I'm still liking Arrivee, by the way. I found out they have the Spring Classics. I've ridden the last 30K of Strada Bianca as well as Roubaix. And yesterday, I rode in Flanders Fields. By the way, the romanticism of all of these roads, when you actually see them in real life, they are shit. They are horrible. Strada Bianca is like down 18% up, down 20% up, down, and you're looking at the quality of the roads. They're absolute shit. And Flanders Fields, I don't know why. I just spent my entire life romanticizing all this. It's just shitty farm roads, guys.
Yeah.
What we would consider gravel in this country are what the pros race in the Tour in Flanders Fields. That's it.
Wow.
I mean, it's just they're just shitty dirt roads.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I switched into first person mode, so there are no digital people around me. It's just my eyes of the screen, and you just ride. And there's traffic occasionally. You see somebody walking by, a family's in the middle of the road, and they get the kid out of the way in the last minute, or they're holding the dog back. I'm a fan of the app, man. I haven't dropped system because I truly feel it's the best training platform out there. But the videos on this are great. I love it. And you can pick anywhere in the world. So yes, I plan on riding probably at least every other day between now and the end of break. And on those every other days, I plan to do some sort of strength workout every day, either core or I am working on my shoulders, Sam. I'm doing the exercises, although I need to be refreshed on some of them.
Yeah, we'll go over that.
Like I'm doing the river bands, that kind of thing like that. But that's pretty much it. So
It's a start.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. Yesterday I rode for about 35 minutes. I did an AC progression workout. I honestly don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Just go to my Strava.
Still having such a hard time with 35 minutes. But anyway.
Oh, it's
my old school brain. Though.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I mean, it's my base. It gets a lot of like good interval training in a short amount of time. Plus, I add on about 30 to 45 minutes of kettlebell weight training every single day. But I think I need to buy a heavier one because it's already gotten a little bit lighter. I know.
It's a humble brag.
It's a humble brag.
Yeah, and then I went to
can't help being so good.
And then I went to the gym today too, and I think I want to start doing that at least once a week. So do
you guys have any tips, tricks, or ideas for indoors? For example, I found the entire through Jackson's wife the database of Apple Fitness workouts that are video workouts, that are yoga, that are strength, that are all that kind of stuff. Really huge database of workouts there. I've mentioned Derby before on this show. Great things. And then System and Ruby, I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth between them. I'm doing my shoulder strength. So do you guys have any kind of things you're adding in, or we got to do Mondays?
Well, Mondays. Yeah, workout class. And then I do core stuff probably 1 or 2 other days a week.
Yeah.
So I feel good about it. I'm not really going to pick anything up until I go to Maui. Then I'll start doing more distance.
I will say something that I've found out recently, and I think I mentioned this a little while ago, is that if you're struggling to find out like a winter routine that's off of the bike, I found mine all through Instagram. There
Really?
are, if you type in any sort of like workout equipment you have at home, kettlebell, dumbbell, routine.
What did you just call him?
I know. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. No, but if you just search those, it'll come up with a bunch of videos, reels, just individual pictures of of just like different workout routines. And even if you type in like cycling base, there's going to be something out there. So yeah, it's a great resource. Who would have thought? Gabriel
Benjamin, I should mention him. The yoga for cyclists. He does some cool stuff. Some of his, you got to go to his YouTube channel because his Instagram, it's usually everything in high speed, and it looks like he's some sort of possessed animal going. But the stuff he does, he's been on the show before. He's a legit dude. Dave, you got anything outside of I just finally got a smart trainer
and a set of dumbbells? This isn't going to be helpful to anybody. The only other thing I do at home is, when I was in med school, I had this Russian professor who would put on this. It's actually how I met Danielle, was at one of his classes.
This is gonna go.
This guy's a legend.
Yeah, he put on a core class every Wednesday, and he would DJ. He was a DJ. He would make his own music for the class. He spoke English obviously enough to teach a class, but you could only understand what he said on 2x speed recordings. You couldn't understand it in person. And he used to just like set up cards, like these amazing circuit workouts on Wednesdays for like an hour. And I mean, we collected all of those. Most of us did before we left to go on to our next rotations or whatever. We would like get a handout of all the workouts he does. And so I'll just cycle through some of those.
Really?
And that's still kind of what I do for core workout when I'm not doing regular, just on the bike stuff. But yeah, I wish
have a true kind of a gulag feel to it. Like you will work out until.
Oh yeah, he would get down next to you. This guy was like 60.
Beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah, and then like David,
Yeah.
Danielle, she
David.
rides bikes too. Marry her, and then we did. Yeah.
And we did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, he was like 60. He would get down on the floor next to you and like show you proper form, and he was nailing it. And like all
That's
these
60.
yeah.
Yeah.
And all these young guys are just like, Paul's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Paul
Nice.
can't give me a thumbs up either.
Yeah, he can't. His body physically won't allow it. Do you guys pay attention to your weight over the winter?
I think I do year round. Like
Yeah?
I want it to stay within a window of
Okay.
probably 5 pounds. Would be like a swing that I'd be
Window.
appreciating. Yeah.
I want to be able to stand in the window
Yeah.
and people could see the ends of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I want to.
Jesus, he's taking
the,
up the whole thing.
It's like the door
Back
jam
up.
test. Like, can I still fit normally through a door?
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 pound
5
fluctuation?
Yeah.
Jackson, do you pay attention to yours?
Not too terribly much. I mean, another number to worry about, but I fluctuate between certain weights anyways, so it's not like it's really going to change unless I start seeing, massive changes. Then I'll
Yeah.
really make a,
Yeah.
change to my diet and my workout routine, but it's not at the height of my worries.
I do, but I don't think it's healthy. I don't think people should.
Really?
I mean, I think you should give yourself some grace in the winter. 5 hours isn't going to do
5 pounds?
I mean, naturally, you
5
should.
hours a week isn't going to do
Oh.
for you what the
The summer
I see.
what the
yeah.
summer would do.
Yeah.
In terms of like cutting fat and stuff.
But naturally, physiologically, we should also be putting on weight in the winter too.
Oh,
I
like
mean,
a
like
little bit,
now we have.
Why?
clothing
Because
and
we
all
have
that
to
stuff,
battle
but-
the elements and hunt for our
Yeah,
meals?
right, exactly.
Because,
so it just
like-
depends on your career. Like if
Yeah.
you stay indoors all day long and
Well, like this freaking squirrel I saw in my backyard yesterday, who couldn't even he couldn't even walk. He was so fat. That's back
Yeah.
way back when, before we had houses
Yeah.
and heaters. Not that I have a heater, but
sore subject.
sore subject. My
apparently.
heater went out. But you had to like bulk up and stuff and save up food. So I think that's what he's getting at, is that physiologically we used to bulk up or fatten up before winter. But I don't think it's good. You remember how we talked about the fat scales last week? Was that last
Yeah.
week? So I actually
The body fat percentage, ones, right?
I opened my app the other day for that, and it records every time I hop on the scale, and I didn't realize it uploads it, and I can see this trend. And I do gain a little bit of weight in the winter, and every time I go on vacation,
Yeah.
I can
Would,
see
yeah.
my vacations every single time I come back 5 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you poop it out in a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
It's the wildest thing.
So,
I thought it was like a 10-pound gain last time.
well, Christmas last year, I came back literally 9 pounds heavier.
It was insane. He was pudgy. And in a week, it was
Wow.
gone. He just pooped it all
pudgy,
out.
9 pounds.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean,
difference, though.
10 pounds on him is
Yeah.
a massive difference. And then like over the week, it's like, oh, David's back.
As the person sitting at the bar whose power to weight ratio, it haunts his nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine too.
I get on my scale probably 2-3 times a week, and every time I'm just like going on there with completely eyes just crammed shut, just going, oh, please.
You like kind of crack
And I hear
one
that
open.
beep beep, and I look down, and if I just, as one eye opens, if I see a number I don't like, I hop off it like it's electrocuting me.
Mm-hmm.
Not today.
Yeah. Although, no, I drank too much water, or
I haven't pooped
something's wrong.
yet.
Yeah, I haven't pooped yet. That's at least 8 pounds, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to put it out there because I think it's important in this sport, because that's really not that bad. Even though I acknowledge it's unhealthy, I still hop on the scale every morning when I
Do
wake
you?
up. Every single morning. And I just, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, I think to myself, oh, cool. I'm not, like, nothing's changed, or good
I
thing
think
I'm riding
there's
today.
there's a healthy balance to it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where for me, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, okay, watch what you're eating, Sam. It's like, honestly, over Thanksgiving, like, I came way too close to hitting 200 for the first time. And I was like, okay. And so for like 3 days, I was like, let's be mindful eating, And then I went back down to my normal weight.
200 pounds. Fuck you, Sam. The people on their podcast on their headphones probably didn't hear that because I whispered the things I don't want them to hear. All right, let's check our news headlines. Brought to us by our friends at Pox Sports. That's right, Pox. Speaking of which, I'm going to definitely need a new helmet for 2024.
Especially with the new kit design.
Yeah. And some of you have been letting me know the sweat solutions out there, and I appreciate it. Pock is a great fit, and I think white is going to go away. I think I'm going to go without white this year. Yeah, I was watching
that's
that.
Daring.
I was watching that
heat.
absolutely brilliant, nice beer.
Dude, it's so much
Amateur.
First time.
That absolutely brilliant Matt Stevens cafe ride today on YouTube with Tadej Pogacar, and both of them were wearing gray helmets, and I was like, those look kind of cool. Those don't look too bad. He's wearing a white jersey. Helmet's dark. I think it's time. But anyway, time for a change. Pox Sports. Use the link at Packfiller. Holy crap, this is going to be good. Speaking of whom, Tadej Pogacar dropped a bomb on the cycling internet recently by announcing his decision to participate in the 2024 Giro d'Italia, along with a very challenging yet specific calendar. His focus for the year will culminate in Zurich with the World's Ball, also includes Strada Bianca, Milan-San Remo, Tirreno Adriatico, the Giro, and the Tour, and the Olympics in Paris, Quebec, and Montreal, rounding out the season. So with the Worlds, I'll start with Jackson. What was your reaction to this news by Tadej?
I think that we'll probably see a pink jersey. He'll probably win the Giro, realistically, I think. And then he'll probably take a second or third in the Tour. But I think that if anybody can do it, it's him.
A double?
Yeah. Or I don't know about a double, but if anybody can do that calendar, I think it's him.
Nice beer stash. I would be amazed to see somebody pull off a Giro Tour double again.
I don't know if anymore it's possible because I know that Vingegaard goes right to that race, and that's kind of it.
We did see Vingegaard place podium. He podiumed on the Vuelta.
Right.
We did see Roglic podium in the obviously in the Giro. He won the Giro, and then he podiumed in the Vuelta. So winning 2 tours is not out of the question.
Yeah,
two Grand Tours.
I don't see Jonas going to a tour before the Tour though. In France, just because I think that he doesn't want to risk that.
But with Tadej doing both, one would think immediately that it weakens you for France.
Yeah, we've already got 2.
Does this play right into the hands of Jonas Vingegaard?
Probably.
Yeah. So
it's such a weird year though, because he lost. Because Jumbo's losing very key teammates now, and UAE is now gaining more with like Pavel Sivakov. So it's going to be a weird year, I think.
Yeah, but who has Jumbo lost that is a contributor to...
Nathan van Hooijdonk, who is a lot of people don't think about it. He was a huge contributor to that team.
On the flats and stuff, but like...
Yeah, and then
I think that, you still have the freaking diesel train that can just pull everybody in all day long if they just set them up for that.
Is Robert Hasing racing anymore?
God, he's got to be getting up there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So I just think it's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
I love his season. I'm a little sad that there are no Cobble Classics, especially after his Flanders win last year. I wish I could see some more of that, but I'm skipping you, David, because I have a feeling you're...
Well, I'm going to be honest. This is the first time hearing of it.
Yeah.
And my reaction is I don't feel like that cool of an athlete. That's an amazing amount of races, and I wish I had a different job.
Which do you guys like better, Grand Tour Tadej or Classics Tadej?
Classics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's so cool. Like that, and that's totally his alley. Like he's an incredible racer, all in all. But he's just not. I don't think that he's a Grand Tour. I mean, he's
incredible. He's 1, 2.
Totally. But like, I think that now with other people that he's up against, like he's so freaking punchy that like he could just dominate.
Yeah.
He could dominate all of them. And he's got like great bike handling. I don't know. I just think it's really fun to watch him do that stuff. And I guess I'm also putting the like, what would I rather be really good at? And I would rather really be good at the classics.
Yeah.
So I think that I like him doing that better.
Jackson.
It's tough. I think I do like him during the classics time, especially over the last year, because it just showed how dominant he could really be. and how I think how Merxian he is, in that he can just do it.
A new
You
word?
can do it. That's a great word. If
Yeah.
it isn't.
Let's
I'll-
make that a word.
Yeah, I'll trademark
That's a
that one.
fabulous
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. Everybody, Jackson gets a nickel every time somebody says it.
Exactly. But I think he really wants a San Remo this year, and I think that's his star on top of the Christmas tree for him. So I think we'll get a Classics Tade this year, very much.
And Strada Bianca, he's and the Olympics. He did mention that the Worlds was probably his biggest objective of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It's a big ride for a little guy.
Oh,
Bigger-
he's the dude who can do it.
Third place last
Bigger
year.
than the
No,
Olympics?
totally.
You don't think I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
It's
Olympics
just
doesn't-
longer.
Like people don't really seem to care about the Olympics in the world of cycling. Like
They do.
all the
I mean-
big tour riders are. You don't see like it. Just seems like they're.
Well, it's cooler to win the Tour de France than it is to win the Olympics.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of them, Bradley Wiggins wanted to win the Olympics after he won the Tour,
Yeah.
and
Is it
Cancelara's gone after it. I mean, big names have always gone after winning that.
Is it because they need to train differently, and like when they're training for the tour, it's not really like a feasible.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Cool.
you're switching from a Grand Tour mentality to although
An ultra
throughout
endurance.
history, many riders have gone on after the Tour de France into doing extremely well in the Worlds, because it used to be pretty close to right afterwards, and
But
that was
also now there's people that just are. I mean the percents are so
the
thin between
the
these
game has
riders.
changed.
Yeah.
The game has changed. Yeah. So, speaking of great racing news, there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for us here in North America when it comes to actually being able to watch bike races. Now that, by the way, today is the day GCN went dark. GCN Plus, sorry, not GCN. GCN Plus has shut the doors for the end of the today. Apparently, a subscription to Max might be in all
That's
of our
HBO,
futures.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As subscribers to Max in the USA will need to purchase the BR Sports add-on to view the cycling roster. And this is all prepared copy, which according to the press release includes more than 300 events, including the Giro, the E3 Saxo Bank Classic, Kurna Brussels Kurna, and, quote, more, end quote. Other events include the UCI Mountain Bike World Series, the UCI Tracks Champions League, plus the breakaway pre- and post-show. Former professionals Alberto Contador, Philippe Gilbert, Robbie McEwen, and Jens Vogt are among the experts who will be featured in that live coverage, I guess. So it's very similar to what we were fortunate enough to have through GCN Plus. Announcement answers some questions on how American viewers can access cycling coverage. Transition to other broadcasters not available, unfortunately, in the USA and Canada. But it also appears, however, that Peacock will still be the place for races like Roubaix, the Tour and such. Does this mean we should look into our VPN accessing Discovery Plus in Europe? I am hearing through some online discussions that buying Discovery Plus in Europe might be difficult, because if they track the fact that your credit card is based in a non-broadcast country, it immediately shuts you off.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I've become so spoiled with the coverage through the Eurosport coverage that has come throughout the years. Mm-hmm. So first thoughts on that, I'll ask you guys. I mean, are actually, no, and I'll continue with this. A subscription to Max, if you don't have it already, costs either $9.99 a month or $100 a year with ads, or $15.99 a month or $150 a year for ad free, or $19.99 a month or $200 a year for ultimate ad free. And then the BR add-on, free for Max subscribers through February 29th. Hooray. What the fuck am I going to watch in February 29th other than cyclocross? Will cost $9.99 a month more. So if you're paying monthly,
$120.
that would be $120 a year. Plus, if you want ultimate ad free, that's $320 a year.
That's
It's less than $1 a day. So think about it that way.
It's less than $1.
Don't buy your cappuccino.
Yeah. The cost of a cup of coffee. I wish Sarah McLachlan was playing in the background. In the arms of the angel.
Yeah.
And then for less than a cup of coffee a day, you could watch these poor bike racers who need your attention today.
I'll be
Help
watching
the bike racers of the world.
Yeah.
I'll be watching YouTube highlights.
Well, it's tough.
I would have a hard time, honestly, even spending the $120. Yeah. And that doesn't even get you the ad free. Like, because GCN was $55.
Yeah. Like
Right?
a year.
For a year.
And I got to say,
I would have paid twice that and been fine with everything that we were getting,
and
right?
you guys were all using my VPN.
Yep.
Which I
now
probably
we
shouldn't
know
tell anybody,
why
but
they
yeah.
probably went under.
I would have
that's
paid.
the thing.
I
I'm
would have
like-
paid double the price for GCN. I would have
Yes.
paid $110.
Well, we
a
should have
year.
been.
Absolutely,
Totally.
freaking lootly.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's also tough because it's a nearly year-round sport, but a good, I would say, 40% of cycling fans kind of stop watching
Yeah.
after that last Grand Tour or Lombardia.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of becomes something that you really look at your wallet and go, do I need to be spending $300+ on this a year? It's just tough to ask, but
This
you
is
do
the-
get HBO Max. So.
But this is the classic drug addiction mentality. You get hooked on the cheap stuff, and then all of a sudden you find yourself with a room full of bourbon.
Yeah.
I get that.
But I found more races that I had never known of.
Mm-hmm.
And now I want to see Bro Leon. I want to see all these small, E3 Saxobank, those races. I
Yeah.
loved watching them. And now it's like, oh, shit. How am I going to afford this?
I'm just depressed now.
Right?
Just
Should we all move to Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, walking through Italy and like all the cafes just were streaming the Vuelta at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to live here.
You guys get me.
Yeah, right? You guys get me.
Yeah.
This is where I'm meant to be.
Well, if anybody...
Oh, sorry. I was going to say one last thing about this whole subscription thing. If you really think about it, so I half pay for the NFL Plus app. So I can watch all of the NFL games going on Sundays, sometimes Saturdays and Thursdays and Mondays. Plus, they have this red zone thing. So every team that gets in the red zone, it'll switch to that game on the day.
Shit.
Yeah. For $80 a year.
Yeah. What the heck?
All of the NFL games you could possibly hope for $80.
But
and now
that's
we're going to have to pay
insane
for
to me.
Yeah.
But do you need a base subscription before that? Like, do you need to pay for YouTube TV first?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. So you can do all this through that.
yeah, I've seen that for like the NBA one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there is a Sunday ticket on YouTube TV, which
Sure.
is less than this subscription that we're talking about for watching bike races, though, as well. So it's just
Is it just because bike racing costs so much? Like, I mean, truly, let's switch and think about that. Like the sports that we're talking about are shot in a stadium that is not moving, whereas the
absolutely,
bike races
that's a
are
part of it.
covering, hundreds of miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to have
It's
camera stations set up the whole time.
What you've got is you've got the foundation of you've got a production company that is in charge of the filming. And then what they do is they license their feed to these specific groups. And then those people take the feed, they sit in front of a computer, and they commentate on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that. But you've got helicopters, you've got motorcycles, you've got fixed cameras throughout the course, you've got all that kind of stuff. So yeah, your cost is going to be higher. But this HBO Max subscription is not just bike racing. You're going to be able to land more stuff than that.
Is Top Gun Maverick on
HBO Max? Absolutely.
Okay. Well, then
But
maybe I'll
you're
do
getting
it.
so you're $10 there. Your HBO Max subscription, I'm a fan of it. I pay for it already, but now I'm going to have to pay $10 a month more to get bike
So
racing.
crazy.
So
$25 a month.
am I going to pay $120 a year just to add bike racing? I already know the answer is yes.
Do you
Because that's
I
I
already
can get.
paid 2 times for cable television.
Yeah, I'm paying
Yeah.
for Xfinity and You too.
You should do that like app
Yeah.
thing that like detects all of your you
No.
know, and see
No.
you have $1,000 going out a month
Oh.
just in subscriptions.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I pay
crazy.
way too much for all that kind of shit. I do occasionally go through and I'm just like going, I'm in a wine of the month club or something like that. And it's like going, drop that.
I just got a notification about a box of wine getting shipped to me. I was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's so many of those little things that just get you.
Yeah.
Get you. Okay. Moving on. By the way, the kits are seeing the light of day. Brand new pro team kits. So on the monitor behind you guys, we're going to play a round of cool crap. You know, we should play the game show. We're going to play cool crap or meh. I'm going to bring up a bunch of the newest team kits for the 2024 season. And our exciting panel is going to be able to judge whether it is cool, it is crap, or it is meh. So let's get ready to judge people based upon things they worked incredibly hard on. Alphabetically, we are going to go team to team. First off, the AG des Heures, now Decathlon, have gotten rid of the brown shorts. The end is nigh. The brown shorts are gone. Well, should we just go in order? Jackson, cool, crap, or meh? With the blue shoulders, white mid, and black shorts.
I think it's meh. It's
Meh?
nothing new. It's what we've seen on every pro team kit for the past 10 years.
Yep, we had a blue time during the U.S. Postal Service, things like that. A lot of teams in the blue. Sam.
I love it. I would love it more if that left sleeve was white.
Oh,
Like if they carried that up there, but like overall,
so you're going
I love
cool.
clean,
You're going cool.
basic.
You're going cool.
Yep.
Okay, David.
You know, the only thing that's standing out to me about this, unfortunately, is that the guy sitting down there has different shoes than everybody else, and that's not cool.
Well, they have different sponsors. Shoes are a different sponsor.
But they're predominantly white.
Yeah, they're all.
They
white.
all have a different shoe sponsor?
David?
Yeah,
David?
yeah. So athletes are individually sponsored by
Some-
shoes.
Some
Depends.
teams,
A lot of
some
them.
teams do stick to a specific
If
shoe.
you're specialized.
So yeah. David, are you going cool, crap, or meh?
Meh.
Okay, I'm going meh. I like the brown shorts. I don't know why. I always made fun of them, but now I miss them. Next off, Archaeus B&B Hotels. You should have seen the unveiling of this kit. It was hilarious. I can't remember. One of the guys actually had a freaking sword in his hand, like this Arthurian legend kind of a thing. It was just really over the top dorky. But what we're looking at is
love that.
red kit with a little kind of a vomit splatter on the side, black shorts. Jackson, cool, crap, or meh?
The only reason I'm gonna say meh is because this is the exact same kit they had last year.
It's got that stuff on the side a little bit, though.
It was still red and black.
Yeah, it was.
So
pretty
it's
much.
except now they have Arnaud Demar. So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
about it.
Crap.
Sam says crap.
I'm going meh.
Yeah, I'm going meh, too. I'm not seeing a whole lot there.
Yeah.
No.
And apologize for the people who are just listening to us, but you're going to have to Google these kits because...
And watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, watch us on YouTube.
Oh, love
The
it.
new Astana kit. Still in the classic Astana blue. Kind of taking a little bit of last year's mumbo jumbo at the bottom still. Looks like Mark Cavendish in the shot, has got a little tummy ache, if it was showing through. But Jackson, Astana's cool, crap, or meh?
Just meh. It's the same thing. Like, show me the bikes, then that might change my mind.
Yeah.
But this is the same thing they had last year. Stop doing the same thing. That's what bothers me.
I can't comment yet. So, yeah. Sam?
I mean, I would never want to wear that, but like, bravo to Cavendish for never giving up the dream.
Oh, you're just saying cool because it's
Cool,
Cav.
just because it's Cav.
David?
This is cool because the photo, the fog, all that.
No,
and
the kit, though.
stripe.
The
yeah,
kit.
I know. He's got the champion stripe. That is
The
but
whole
but
presentation
if you
here,
focus
though, Pat.
in,
Yeah.
if you focus in on the kit, it's meh. But the
I agree.
presentation's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Now, the color is very specific to the Kazakhstan flag, so that's why, hence the color.
Well, yeah.
I'm going meh, too. I'd actually might go to crap. to a certain extent, just because I think it's
I would never want to wear it.
I have yet to see a kit that I'm excited for yet.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Of all these ones. Bahrain victorious.
Jesus
Christ. We are not seeing the bottom of this kit based upon the photo I obtained. They have gone to white of a foundation of the kit. Jackson, cool crap or meh?
They've never done well. This is a crap kit. This looks like it came from 2010. This is
okay.
bad.
Okay. Sam?
God, you nailed that. That is
This
2010.
is a bad kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even name the team right now because every team in 2010 was that.
Yeah.
Just with like the visible stitching, I think that's really ugly.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sam?
Yeah.
Cool crap. David?
Same thing. I got 2000s vibes immediately, but
Yeah,
I don't.
it's so
I'm,
bad.
I'm too nice to say crap. So
Just shorten the sleeves. It's like
I'm gonna go crap because I think white is probably although UAE I don't know if it's a great way to highlight your sponsors, especially since UAE has known for its color. Speaking of color, Bora Hansgrohe. Let me make that a little bigger for you at home. Sorry that it's blurred. Little bit of almost a day glow on the right shoulder there. Things like that going on. Jackson.
it's a meh.
Meh.
I'm disappointed with where they came from last year. Last year was super cool. This year, they included the neon, and I never like neon in anything.
yeah.
Although we're about to phase it out technically of ours.
Well, I
have that very similar color, almost a greenish color in that brightness.
I just think I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm tired of our kit. Our kit's going to be different. So, yeah. Sam? Meh? David?
I kind of think it's cool.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's pretty cool, too. Out of the kits, it is going to be one of the ones we see in the peloton a little bit more. And so I applaud Bora for going that way. DSM has made a change.
Vomit. Not even crap, but vomit.
We're looking at a blue,
that is a charity
white
ride. Gran Fondo jersey.
Yeah.
Everybody look up
Oh my
DSM.
God, are you kidding me?
Universally
Is that
crap.
a joke? Wait, is that seriously DSM?
That's the kit.
They get Fabio Jakobsen, and this is what they do.
Oh wow. I change it. Change
So are we all? Crap?
That's so bad.
Okay.
This does that is so funny. It does look a lot like a charity
It's
ride.
a charity ride jersey.
Yeah.
With
That
the
is-
mountains.
Oh my God, I'm embarrassed for them.
All right. I'm glad you guys are falling into the same category I fell. Ineos. Orange kit with the blackened shoulder. Jackson.
I teeter on this one.
Okay.
Because Garrett's in it.
Because it's Garrett.
Well, because I like where the team's going a little bit. And so
it's Garrett.
Well, I was going to say because I like Tom Pidcock and the youngsters they're bringing into the whole cycling world of it all. But I was going to say it's in between that I like it and the meh.
Okay.
Because they did a little change. They changed it actually this year from what they had before. So
you're meh?
Yeah, I'm in between.
Okay.
In between.
Meh.
Sam? Meh? David?
I looked at that and I thought, damn, that's cool.
It's just because it's Geraint Thomas, which I love Geraint.
To me, it looks like Garrett was camping and he passed out into the fire onto his left side.
Yeah.
The black shoulder just looks like he burned himself because he's got a full arm warmer on there too. So
Yeah, that would be wild to have an orange and black arm warmer.
I do applaud the orange.
Yeah.
As somebody who rides an orange bike, it's one of those colors that is so rarely used anymore. So I don't hate it. I'm gonna meh.
Damn, that's cool.
Israel Premier Tech.
I just love blue. I think
What?
that's what I'm coming to.
What? You were bashing Astana and
No, I said
Ajay
Astana's-
Dessert
no, I
not
said
5 minutes
Astana's is
ago.
Cool. Because it has Cav. Do I want to wear it? No.
okay, Jackson.
I think it's kind of cool.
White
Yeah.
sleeve. See? There's that
One white
contrast that
sleeve,
I was
yeah.
talking about.
Sam. So you're going cool.
I'm going cool.
David.
Me. Doesn't
Meh?
excite me like Garrett.
I liked IPT's jersey this year, but I'll take it. I'll go cool enough.
Yeah, I think it's just like asymmetrical design's cool.
Yeah.
Couple left. By the way, if you have a social media account, you were absolutely, if you're me, nauseated by their video.
Love it. Love it.
Of what's his name? Alaphilippe dancing coming out of a trailer. Jesus H tap dancing Christ. That was so much. Everybody was reposting that freaking video thinking they're getting a big news scoop. Stop it. Look at other people's social medias, and if it's all over the place, you're just being a douchebag. Don't repost that shit. Anyway, Soudal Quickstep. Jackson.
It's the same thing they had last year.
Except there's a fade going into the Soudal logo.
Into his haircut.
Who cares?
Love.
You love the Euro haircut?
No, I love everything. It's Castelli. It's blue. Yeah. And I've always been a fan of Quickstep ever since Tom Boonen. I love it.
David?
I thought it was cool.
It's no Mapei. I wish Paul was here.
That's
What's no Mapei?
Come a long way. Mapei was one of the older sponsors of this team, and it was Mapei, and then it was Mapei Quickstep.
Was Patrick Lefevre?
Yeah, this is still Patrick Lefevre. Oh my God!
When Mapei was,
he's been doing this gig longer than I've been talking about bike racing. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. So we're meh. We're all meh. No, except Sam is.
I love.
Okay,
I thought it was cool.
I'm the only one that said meh.
I'm a meh too. I'm a meh.
Cool.
2 more. UAE. So does this mean Tade, since he's not available for the Young Riders jersey anymore, will just have it anyway?
He's also Slovenian national champion. So
UAE has gone full white. Jackson.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
He's in a white helmet there too.
You just like Tade. Get out of here.
I mean, that helps, but I don't know.
Look at the squiggles that they have on
I
their
like that they
stomach.
changed
You think
it.
that squiggles are cool?
I like that they changed it.
Every other team changed it to the same degree that they did.
I'm sorry, but no other team changed it. They're all blue or like slightly a little less blue. It's
white
all
or
all
white
dumb.
last
You're
year.
wrong.
They had black. They had black on the sleeves, and I missed the black on the sleeves.
Yeah,
I liked that old retro style. So Jackson, you're what?
I like it.
You're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, meh. David,
I'm always into white. So Euro.
Okay.
So Euro.
I'm a meh. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Last one, we're going to go to the women's peloton.
Love it.
We're going to go to SD Works, who have continued to brighten things up.
Can we have kits like that?
That's pretty bright.
I know. I like it.
It doesn't look a whole lot different, but there's a lot more color. Would you
I
agree?
want purple.
Purple's a good color. Purple and orange are the cool colors.
Yeah.
Jackson?
I think it's great for that team, but
You don't want to rock that?
No. I
No.
don't at all. I will say it's the same thing. It's the same goddamn kit I love that they change it a little bit every year and we have this fun little presentation thing. But I know that they have a team on it. I know you do. So why don't you just do some sort of artistic fun?
Yeah.
Like EF does every year. No other team does that. And
Where
this
was
is frustrating.
EF's?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
They wait
until these are the only ones I could find so far.
So it's
I love it.
I've liked the kit since it was created, but for this year, meh, because it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I'm gonna go meh. Sam?
I love that.
You love that kit.
Yeah.
David?
If you blur your eyes, it's kind of hard to tell who's who. Meh.
If you blur your eyes, it looks like a bag of Skittles melted in your car.
I know, right? The tropical flavors.
And I know that there are probably men at work in the designs of these, but I wish they would stop pinking women's teams. You know, there's always got to be a shade of pink, and it's like, just stop it. You guys, you're pandering. You're acting like a bunch of chauvinistic douchebags. You know, give the women's teams proper colors. But hey,
got him.
Yeah. All right, there's that segment. Okay, so in other words, is there a winner so far?
Nope. The jersey.
Of team
Lotto
kits.
Soudal.
A lot of bullshit. That's just because you saw Alaphilippe dance out of a trailer 90 freaking times.
Although I
Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm going to get hits if I play this on my social media channels. Stop it!
I just think this is how cycling becomes more boring. The artistry goes away.
Yeah.
Because now we're just. I saw 15 of the same kits I saw last year.
Yeah.
How cool
Which
would it
really
be to see
disappoints
like
me.
a jersey like an Eddie Merckx or like one of those old school ones? Like just one sponsor across the front.
I don't know if I should put that up.
Yeah. Love.
Because we haven't got an approval from them yet. But this is from our just a friend at Panache.
Love.
And that's what how I would like the Arrivee kit to look next year. The
Ah,
Packfiller
just
kit to
plain
look
and
next year.
simple.
It's a little earthy. It's olive green,
Yeah.
which is I don't know.
Oh damn!
Is that
sucks?
that
sucks a lot?
is that
I mean, I'm more of
Cool.
a
Is
forest
that-
green kind of guy than an olive green,
Yeah.
but I'm good with either.
is that cool or is it
Yes.
And I love blue.
too much gravel?
That's
Would
sweet.
it does have some gravel vibes. Would it say Arrive instead of?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's just a kit
Unless
they
Panache
designed.
pays for all of it.
That's just a kit they designed, and I was like, oh, that's not a bad kit. We can
That's-
design something similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All
Very
right.
Cool.
Love.
love.
Okay, let's get into our segments for the night. First off, we're going to get into Fit Tips with Bike Fit Sam. Thanks to our friends at Ambassador Cycling for that. And get to ambassadorcycling.com and you can check that all out. So, our question tonight is a rider dealing with numbness in their hands. The question is I guess, to double up handlebar tape is the mentality of thinking there to help the remedy. And then I immediately thought of, we're seeing, it's so funny seeing this retro elements coming back into popularity. One of my first mountain bike suspension systems was the Alsop stem, which was a bouncing stem.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're seeing that, especially predominantly in the gravel world.
And wasn't Soft Ride another one that made?
Yeah, it's the same company. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alsop is the manufacturer
Okay.
of Soft Ride. And is and for somebody to think that my remedy for numb hands is going to be more padding. Is there something bigger at hand at stake here, or is it just an issue like that with padding?
So, I mean, yeah, and I had this actually come up several times in the last 2 weeks because I've done a few fits on a group of riders that are riding from across Africa. So this huge trek, right? And they're like every single person. So somebody had to plant the seed, like, well, I'm going to double wrap my handlebars. Don't do that. And it's like a lot of it is because then you have this like massive handlebar that you're holding and you have all like part of that is, you're dispersing pressure throughout more of your hand. It's an old school thought. Okay, yeah, maybe I can get behind that. But really, a lot of the numb hands comes from where are you weighted on your bike. So are you too far forward, right? Is usually where you're then holding yourself up too much. And so you'll get numb hands. So a lot of it can be fixed and remedied from just moving back, and then maybe we need to lower the saddle as well. But it has less to do with gloves and, bar wrap and all that. Like, gosh, you can run pretty low profile bar wrap and be totally fine. So,
I mean, this is this thing that's been ongoing for me too. That we've worked on a lot of times.
Yep.
I mean, and it could be a circulatory issue.
Well, but
too.
like we've kind of remedied it with like changing the tilt of the saddle, right?
Yeah.
Because for you, it was like I was pushing the nose of the saddle too far forward, and then you were dumping down into the hands. So it's like once we like rotated that saddle tilt up, then it got rid of most of it.
Dude, it did very much so. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, it's probably just the fact that I'm carrying around this gigantic head.
Yeah, that's
And that's
most
at
it.
the front
Like-
of my bike,
like
and
when
my
we're talking
body's
about
going, good God,
weight
get a recumbent.
distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate that. But how about and I don't know if you knew this was coming, but the UCI has put starting to put a restriction on the brake levers in
Rotated in,
type
yeah,
of a
yeah.
thing. And I remember one of my first fits with you. You were like, the way you ride, you've got wide shoulders, but your hands are narrow, and that could be an issue. And then you told me to bend them in a little bit, and I was reluctant at first because like, no, brake levers
Go straight.
must be straight. In the 1980s, they were straight.
Yep.
So do you have any thoughts on that in terms of a fit remedy, and how is, could we, am I going to be able to get a doctor's note saying, hey,
Yeah,
my
right.
bike fit guy says I need my levers in. I'm
Man,
not
that's a
doing it for
great question. I
aerodynamics."
wonder how they're going to address that, because I think that they're probably pushing towards extremes where like people were rotating them in so that they could like drop down
could
on
puppy
their bars.
paws.
Yeah, puppy paws.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. and I wonder if there's going to be like a degree, kind of like how the nose of your saddle has to be set back from your bottom bracket a certain amount, unless you're over 6 feet, then that changes.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's like all of these rules and regulations to race at UCI level. But I bet you that, like, especially to the extent that we did and that we would do in a bike fit, that slight internal rotation wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
And it would just be because, I mean, we did that to you because your shoulders are more internally rotated. So just to keep that natural, mechanical.
And it has helped.
Yeah.
I will admit, it has helped. So
Yep.
the USA refs, cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Please. All right. Next off, we, of course, have it's time to ask Dr. David. I hope you know this is coming.
What? Yeah.
He's just dancing to his theme.
That's so cool.
Dancing my own song over here.
The curtain.
No, not.
I love it.
Tonight's question is about carbohydrates, and this one, I have realized that I don't pay attention to fueling properly. I now know it as a fact because I see people counting calories in their races and what's in all. I don't do any of that shit. So, how calories break down? Sugars versus complex carbs. Are both needed in cycling? Is one better than the other? When does one work better than the other? Does anybody think about this shit?
Yeah.
Jackson,
Yeah.
you do.
Sam, you
do.
every time.
You lying asshole.
No, this is my world.
What?
It's, to be fair, from a practical perspective, Sam actually does this.
Yeah.
He actually is I know this. I
Yeah.
don't typically
He had to
do
study
it.
all of this.
I can
Yeah.
talk about this. I'm too lazy to do it. And
Yeah.
then Sam shows up.
David's
and
like, here's a PT referral.
Yeah. This guy.
All right.
This guy will actually.
So
care.
you guys
or
can
here's a nutrition.
then
Yeah.
share the workload on this if
Yeah.
necessary. But talk to me about the different types of carbs. What works better in one instance and what works better in another.
Yeah. So there's traditionally there's simple and complex carbs, and then we further break things down into like refined versus I guess unrefined or whole grain. For carbohydrate consumption, think of your refined or your simple carbohydrates as things like quick fuel. So this is like simple glucose molecules that enter into your bloodstream, and it's one sugar molecule that your body can easily digest without any effort. It is the most readily available. This is your gels, your like the things you put into your mix or whatever. Probably a fair amount of the bars you're consuming have simple carbohydrate in them. Complex carbohydrate is when you have 3 or more sugars linked together in a polysaccharide. And the benefit of this,
I love this.
Polysaccharide. That's
Yeah.
just like that just
kind of a dirty word.
See, he knows all the nerdy
just saying that
stuff.
word makes your dick
Yeah.
an inch longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I know, I know all these things,
Jackson,
and then
you
I
can
just
proud of me.
I
That was
ignore
bad.
it. Sam's like the practical standpoint of
Yeah.
these things, yeah. But like just to finish off real quick, the polysaccharides or the complex carbs, these are what you're fueling with on a daily basis because you need carbohydrates as an endurance athlete. You need to replete your glycogen stores, which is multiple glucose that's the energy you store that you break down later. And you really should be, you shouldn't eat simple sugars unless you're exercising. And that's probably largely opinion. And I'm sure there's evidence to back that up, but it is rapidly metabolized and spikes your blood sugar. And you should not be eating simple sugars all day long. I mean, this is why we have such a high prevalence of diabetes. And it's not that complex carbs aren't an issue, but they are less of an issue. They break down slower. They don't spike your blood sugar. They give you energy over a more prolonged period of time. And so that's the fuel you eat when you're not working out. And then you eat the simple carbs when you are actively working out.
So, for example, like some of these, like a slower burning one would be.
Slower burning carbohydrate would be something like brown rice or
Exactly.
quinoa or oatmeal.
As opposed to white rice or, your traditional just pasta.
Sure.
And that's actually, this is a little bit more nuanced, but like brown rice versus white rice is refined. So that's where it goes through like a processing plant to make it more shelf stable or more flavorful in a way like breads that are chewy or like white bread. When they do that, they're pulling out nutrients from the grains. So they're pulling out vitamins, fats, they're pulling out fiber, and it becomes a less nutritious grain or polysaccharide or carbohydrate overall. But yeah, they are also like rice is still technically polysaccharide, but brown rice is a more nutritious one.
And then like sweet potatoes.
Yep. It's complex carbohydrate.
Yep.
But like simple sugars in nature are syrup, like maple syrup, honey.
Yep.
Very
high
few.
untapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Most
Like that's why I have switched to them, and then Honey Stinger.
Yeah.
You know, like those are great too, but Untapped tastes way better.
I have to like throw this little plug in because of our high fructose corn syrup consumption in this country. High fructose corn syrup, when you're exercising at intensity, might be okay. Probably is, because you're going to use it up so quickly. When you are not exercising and you consume high fructose corn syrup, metabolically it bypasses the way you typically handle carbohydrates, and it is very quickly converted to fat. And so that is one of the reasons that we struggle so much in America with obesity is, again, this is just a different type of carbohydrate.
And it's a cheap sweetener.
That's
why you're
very
seeing
log
it in
cabin.
so many things.
Yeah.
Log cabin maple syrup.
Soda.
Soda.
You know, everything.
So, yeah,
you're seeing it in everything.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I will eat it on a bike, and otherwise I do actually avoid high fructose corn syrup unless I am actively exercising.
But also look and see if it is like, they'll say, you know, like no high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
First ingredient, fructose corn syrup.
Medium fructose.
But yeah, exactly. It's not high fructose corn syrup. No, it's really. Look at bottles. If they say no high fructose corn syrup, the first ingredient will say fructose. Corn syrup.
Yeah.
So it's how it's processed too that makes it high fructose corn syrup versus just typical corn syrup.
Lying dickheads.
Yeah.
No, I mean truly,
Just
that's where it's like you
Yeah.
have to understand that like people are honestly taken advantage of in a lot of these ways because they don't know these things. And like, how can you be expected to? We have to worry about all of these other things with finances, with living, with just simple like going to work and all this stresses that we have in our life. Like nutrition it gets put on the back burner. And so it's one of those very important things to talk about. But like clean living, you know, it does start with understanding of a lot of these like basic, simple principles.
Yeah.
Reading.
David could go into like,
labels.
you know, like probably an hour-long discussion of
how high fructose corn syrup is killing America with diabetes and obesity and hypertension and hyperlipidemia.
We've had bike rides where David is just like going through these long rambles about diabetes and
Well, it's an epidemic. You know,
it is, and it's just one of those things that I think that it's a lack of knowledge, and I do not put that like pressure on people. I'm not like, oh well, they should know better. It's like, honestly, we should do better as a community of teaching this stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and a lot of times, sweet and salty tastes good.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Especially
in the winter.
Somebody who works and as somebody who works in a high school, I will look at the menus at our high schools, and I'll understand that sure, you know, they're trying to put nutritional elements into the menus, but I work at a school where kids pay for their individual meals. You know, they pay for what they want that day. It's not like come through the line, this is what you get.
Right.
The nutritional stuff doesn't sell.
Mm-mm.
Because the kids want the fact that sweet and salty tastes good. They're not going to pay for a salad per se because they want a big ass slice of pizza, or they want a grilled chicken, breaded chicken sandwich with extra mayo, stuff like that. So,
but also, like, would you disagree that, like, at that age, it honestly matters far less for the majority?
Sure, but it's a pathway. It's starting.
Totally.
You develop an appetite for these things, and you're going to eat that. For
in
the
the short
Absolutely.
term, in the short term, it is not super harmful. In the long term, when they learn that, like, when they start to develop habits that, like, this is how I eat, that's where it becomes harmful.
Yeah. All right, that was cheery.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
So let's move into our Packfiller Christmas show. Isn't over without two things. First, the final gift guide for cyclists. This is the time as we moved up the price scale in our prepared gifts. This time, I didn't know if we decided upon
unlimited,
a
right?
double. Was it unlimited?
I'm
I
just
couldn't
kidding.
remember
I'll
if it was
do
unlimited
anything.
or under.
I'll do unlimited.
Okay.
Oh,
So
if it's unlimited.
I started. I will go first because I chose. Come on, baby. Where are you?
David's like a brand new house.
Yes.
Furnace.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Yeah. Please, somebody help.
Not to just drip more lemon juice in that open wound. but-
Yeah.
Ouch.
Won't open. It won't open. I was gonna go really crazy, but then I kind of pulled back a little bit, which is hilarious as in the sport of cycling. I went with the Kicker Smart Bike,
Oh.
$3,000. It looks
That is actually practical.
insane.
Yeah.
Hear me
Is
out.
that practical?
I've been looking at getting a fit bike because I've actually had a lot of
Oh,
inquiries
yeah.
lately about like people that want like I'm buying this bike. What do I get? Right?
I've
like,
seen a lot of those online.
yeah. So there's a lot of companies out there, and honestly, there's probably only like 3 in particular that make these fit bikes that like you can adjust all the angles and everything like that. Well, Wahoo is honestly one of them.
Yeah.
$3,000 ish. You know, you can get a Wahoo bike, or these other fit bikes that they have are like $8,000.
And it adjusts climb
It's so
as you
cool.
ride.
Yeah.
You can get it set up for Shimano or SRAM brake lever shifting.
It is
I mean,
really cool.
that's a lot of money. I'm not downplaying that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like.
Well, then we're talking about high ticket
Yeah, that is
dream
cool.
Christmas presents. So I would love to see that. But the other one I actually did think of was, and because if I was gonna mention this one first, but I couldn't find a price tag for it. A company like Marty Jemison, who's been on this show before twice, has a touring company and a tour of the spring classics, going there, everything covered. I'm assuming the price is with airfare is well over $3,000, but that would be pretty cool. So, but with that in mind, I went with the Kicker Smart Bike. Jackson, do you want to go next, or should we go the opposite direction?
Oh, I mean, I don't really care.
Okay, you're up.
What I was looking at earlier today is the what?
Nothing.
I-
I just saw Sam's phone.
Oh, well, I want the Piston Pro X from Kuwa, the
Piston?
bike rack.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's $1,300, $1,389.
Isn't it KUAT, right?
It's KUAT,
No, QUAT, right?
KUAT,
KUAT.
and it's got brake lights.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
It's a hitch mounted?
it's a hitch mounted
Man,
one.
leave it to the Germans to just design amazing
I have
stuff.
a
I have a quad.
I have a
Yeah.
quad rack.
Yeah, they are. Even the base one's like $1,000.
Yeah.
So they're pretty expensive, but they're very nice.
amazing.
What?
I have a quad.
Quad.
What did you say? I have one on for the RV, but I use it on the other car, and it has internal locks that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pull out
Yep.
the cable and lock
Yeah.
the bike to it.
This
one's $1,389.
That's the one I was looking at. Yeah,
Shoe bike.
I think putting the bike on the top of the car looks pretty cool, but it's also like
No, doesn't look cool.
It
That's how you
does look
get
cool.
rock chips.
It
That's how
looks
you
really cool.
Run your $10,000 bike into a
Hey.
parking structure.
well, when you've been
Too
doing it as
soon.
long as I've
Yeah.
when
Too soon.
you've been doing it as long as I've been doing it, you're pretty aware of that. I apologize for your loss, by the way, but
You did this?
2 times.
Jeez.
that sucks.
Right.
One was a very
when he was
expensive
your
bike, and the other
Oh,
one was
wow.
not
Wow.
as expensive, but still a loss.
Those trailer racks where you have
Yeah.
both wheels on, you just grab a thing and go zip down into the front
So
wheel,
good.
and you're gone.
Well-
And aerodynamics.
Yep.
It's all
cyclists here.
it's all affected here. Yeah,
However, it is the world's most expensive bumper.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
But that's somebody else's insurance paying for
Actually, to be honest, it's probably less than a bumper. Like to
Yeah.
get your bumper
Oh,
rebate
God,
is
yeah.
probably more than.
it. David knows this.
Yeah, I have both been hit and hit.
Yeah.
So
I will say though, it is annoying, and I don't know if David finds this as well, but I have to use an Allen key every single time I remove a wheel on my bike, and so the fact that the fact that I have to get an Allen key out, and not just an Allen key, I have to get a torque wrench out and set it to exactly 10 Newton meters, or I will crack my frame. So just putting it on there and not putting it on the top of the. But
I didn't even think about that.
And it doesn't stop there. You can't just put your bike on a rack. You have to have a specific attachment.
Yep.
To
The through axle
Yep.
adapter.
So it's a whole deal. If you don't have anything, you just put in the bike of the car. So this way more convenient.
Not as cool to have it. It's way cooler to have it in the back.
Works with your mountain bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a trailer hitch. My Mini doesn't have a trailer hitch.
You have a Subaru.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
Fine.
That's a good
That's a good one.
That's
not as good as mine.
That's
but
a
that's
legit
a good one.
Sam.
All right, so I was thinking about this. This has nothing to do with bikes, but this is
I
my
know.
other hobby.
It's like David and his coffee stuff. Although that
Okay,
doesn't
so
go
if
well.
I had unlimited money, I would buy the Pappy Van Winkle Bourbon Collector's Set that is $15,000.
How do you
It's
spell
like
it?
the 10-year, the 12-year, the 15.
It's
Yeah.
everyone. It's the
How
Family
many?
Reserve. That's the 23-year.
It's like
It
six.
is.
It's the set.
There's
It's
6.
the set.
There's only 6 for $15,000.
Yeah, a good
Look at
price.
that, exactly.
One of
six.
them is
Good
$5,000 typically, so that's a good deal.
I guess I can't wrap my
Look
mind
at
around
that.
the expense of what alcohol is.
at that. Yeah.
And it's on sale
It's
from
on
20.
sale. Oh, that's a good price.
It's usually $20,000.
I'm telling you right now, I would lose my mind.
My problem is I could never buy that type of a bourbon because I would never drink it.
No, somebody has to buy it for me.
But I
Yeah.
would never let somebody buy it for me because I would never drink it.
Why?
Oh,
I'd be
I
like,
would
this is
drink it.
$20,000 worth of bourbon, and you're not going to have any.
That's tuition at some schools.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I know.
That's crazy.
I've made my
I
way
can't get
through the
over
most
that.
expensive bottle up there, and it was amazing.
But the MSRP,
You can add gift wrapping for $30.
worth it.
A $20,000 set for $30.
Yeah.
the MSRP on all 6 of those bottles is probably $600. That's the thing about Pappy.
That's what's
the
crazy.
Markup isn't so.
The markup is
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
So if you
Oh
like
my
buy
God.
those at cost, like if you win the quote unquote lottery, like
Yeah.
you have to enter every year to do this. I do. So does David.
Yes.
And
And
then
Danielle.
you get those like the most expensive $5,000
You enter
bottle.
them.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
are
I'll be entering
everybody.
you two this
Yeah,
year.
you guys will be entered as well.
That's fine.
We're in.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
if you get an email, let us know.
Yeah.
But it's like $250 for this $5,000 bottle.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just the markup on it.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
so
you
back to
truly
bikes.
think side by side you could tell the difference if it was unlabeled?
Yes, it was. It
Okay, but-
blew my
okay.
mind.
But you wouldn't say this is a 5,000, but you would say this is
This is a
phenomenal
phenomenal
bottle. Yeah.
bourbon, but it's not worth $5,000. You should never pay that.
No. Okay.
But if somebody's gifting you, if Jeff Bezos is buying you
Christmas.
your gift, go for this.
You choose that. You wouldn't choose like, oh, I don't know, the world.
No,
He could give you the world.
no,
Or
Just
the whole
give me the
Pappy
20
Van-
no.
grand
I
of
just
bourbon.
want Pappy
just
or
give
the
you
whole
the-
distillery.
yeah, there we go.
Okay,
I'll take the
I'm
whole
not-
distillery.
I'm not. I'm not trying to yuck your yum here, but like,
Yeah.
that's crazy how much that costs.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It is
That
crazy.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when a nice bottle of, I don't know, 4 Roses.
It's like $50.
No. 30.
Yeah.
David, what's your Christmas gift
Okay.
to yourself?
This is coffee themed.
Of course. You
And it
guys
makes
just
a lot
broke
of
the rules.
No, this makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
We all love coffee and bikes,
Is
okay?
this your
We all
machine
love
that you-
numbers and we all love data.
Oh God,
And-
here we go.
And this is called a Scasso Baby Tea. It is a Scasso Baby Tea. Yep, there you go.
Googles
Yep,
this
baby
every
tea.
day at work.
I do. This is like, it was my
It's his
background for a
home
while.
That's so funny.
That's what you were gonna.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
That's a girl in a TV shirt.
No, just no,
how do you
no
spell
EE,
it?
just the letter T, Baby T. Escasso Baby Tea. So this espresso machine it's got dual.
Oh,
it's got a boiler
look at
and a heat
that.
exchanger. It's 120 volt, which is nice because like my current one is 240, and I have to hook it up in the basement. It's got like a water tank, or you can plumb it in, and it has an app that will record all of your shot numbers, like the temperatures, the brew times. Like if you're a data person, yes, it's $5,800.
Jackson, it looks a ton like our Brevels, which make brilliant coffee
it is,
and is a hell of a lot less.
But internally, it is not a Breville.
Not a Breville.
The left side is a heat exchanger, which is nice for the hippies and the energy efficient side of things because you don't have to heat a boiler to get the thing going. But it still has a boiler, which is crucial for steaming, because you need that the boiler instead of a heat exchanger to get the power. This is an industrial grade machine.
Oh, it's
that you can
huge.
get at home. But like it's also meant for it has a water tank, but you can also
can you plumb it?
You can.
Oh, okay.
You can do
That's a
both.
game changer.
Because, mine's plumbed currently, but it's
What
plumbed
is
in the
this
basement.
podcast about?
Coffee.
But coffee goes with cycling.
So does
But-
bourbon.
But, like,
So does bourbon.
think about how you could...
Required receptacle.
It does require
You have
20
to
amp.
buy a specific outlet.
No, that's just a 20 amp 120. It's just a slightly larger amperage 120.
Yeah, that's
It's not that big of a
That's
deal.
good.
5,849. That is Ascaso.
This-
ASCASO baby T +1.
This
Plus
will
one
be the first grandchild my parents get.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will be our first
This is
child.
David's, like, he has graduated from residency.
Yes.
He makes his first paycheck and he gets this.
No, that's next level of addiction is what it is.
Yeah.
That's where you're like
Yes,
going
you all
from.
will benefit.
That's
Yeah.
like going from
That's the Saturday morning meetup.
really.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just implicitly start all your rides there?
Will you start carrying regular milk?
No.
Well, I could.
No.
If I buy it
No.
and
Oat milk.
put it in your fridge,
No. Oat milk.
I would. Because there's something to like oat milk is nice, but there's something to the genuine nature of real milk. You can't quite mimic with any
Thank you.
fake milk. So
Fair life.
we're at 90 minutes into the show, so we got to end it with the most important part of the entire thing. Every year, you guys are wearing two of the incredible gifts that I've provided over the years because I spare no expense.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year, your gifts, gentlemen, are to your right, and there will be no surprises involved. But I will admit that some of it, I'm not gonna apologize. On camera now, gentlemen, please open your holiday gifts for the year.
I hope it's a Speedo.
Speedo.
Danielle's been wanting one for me.
No, it's more than just what you see immediately in the bag. Especially one item in particular, the heavy one.
A lot of crinkles.
Socks.
Some
What's
awesome
this?
socks.
Ooh, what is that?
Is that a?
Whoa!
Is that like
it's got
a
my
stem
name
cap?
on it.
They're bar end plugs.
Oh, they're
Bar
bar
end
end
plugs.
That is
That
rad.
is dope.
monogrammed bar
That
end
is
plugs.
That's
cool.
sweet.
Wow.
Wow, thank you.
They are not
Well
a sponsor,
done.
but I got those through Custom Caps, and they do stem caps. Yeah, those are old retro stuff.
That is
Arrivee
rad
member stickers.
too.
Those are cling stickers, so you can put them backwards in your
Yeah.
window. But the custom caps was basically the gift. I just needed some other stuff to fill out the space in the bag.
Those
so,
are cool.
Yeah.
That's
are
going on the
really
race
cool.
machine.
I'm definitely gonna need someone to do this for me.
Samuel?
What? The custom caps?
Oh yeah,
Samuel?
Oh, they just thread
They
in.
just thread in.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You
Sam can do
tighten the
that.
bolt
That's
and it.
Yeah, Sam can do that.
No, I know.
Well, I was going to get you stem caps, but then I realized some of us have integrated, full
Yeah.
stem units.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we
This
can't
is-
do that.
yeah.
That's just forward thinking right there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
really easy. Mine are already installed.
Man, that is
Wow.
cool.
This is really
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Thank you.
And thanks for a great year. Yeah, we're gonna toast that next week. But
Has my name on it.
yeah, that's the point.
How did you...
I saw Packfiller. I just thought it was Arrivee. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my God! Everybody's headphones just popped out of their skull. And with that, I keep forgetting to play the outro. Brings us to the end. Brings us to the end of the Christmas
I'm
episode.
starting to get hungry every time I hear this because it's like always 7:30. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm
You know
like
you get to
thinking
go
about
home.
Yeah, I know, but like every time I'm hearing this, it just instantly triggers hunger.
This one has a really Charlie Brown Christmas feel.
I
to it.
love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. So classy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Brings us to the end of our Christmas holiday special. I wish Paul was here. I really wish Paul
Yeah.
was here. And I wish Jack was here. Jack's got a gift coming to him too because he's an OG.
Where's he
In
been?
the Packfiller. He's got a life and a job that is not in this city. So thank you guys
Yeah.
Thank
for
you.
being a
Thank
part.
you.
The Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And
See you next week.
the Waples table going to have some sort of just kind of a tofurkey on it
Yeah.
again. Just,
Probably.
Yeah, it just ruined
Similar
Christmas.
vibes.
Similar, yeah. Tofurkey.
Tofurkey.
Nice.
Tofurk yourself.
Catch you next week. Did you hear the au revoir?
Was that at the